the Joyful Yogini here. Happy Monday. It's time for the weekly reading. Sorry, I started. Whoa, my camera's falling all over the place here. Let me try this again. Sorry for starting a little bit late. I wanted to squeeze in a shower because I teach yoga on Monday mornings and then went for a trail walk. And I thought, yeah, I want a shower before. So thanks for your patience here. How was the weekend, everybody? Was the weekend good? Um, oh, Gracie's here now as well. We got lots of doggy love. Yeah, I had a pretty weekend. The weather here was super gorgeous yesterday. It was really nice. And today we got lots of clouds. It's rainy. We're supposed to get like 40 millimeters of, we're supposed to get to like 40 millimeters of rain today, but it's stopped. It's not raining right now. Maybe we'll be okay. Maybe the weather people were wrong. But anyways, no matter what, the grass is getting some good nutrients right now. So, where am I going to pull the cards from? Today has to be a little shorter. I'm needing to pick up my daughter earlier from co-op than I had been in the past. So I am going to pull from the Archangel deck today. All right. We'll see what the energy holds for this week. Angel. So these cards are going to be for the collective. So what do we need as a collective? And you know what? I'm going to say as the collective of people who are going to watch this. So on YouTube and on Reddit, any Instagram peeps that come over to watch this. This is for the Joyful Yogini tribe. What do we need? All right. So we have 4 cards, 4 messages, core messages that want to come out, and we'll see what else happens. So Archangel Raphael. Breathe. Archangel Raphael. So the message on the card, take several deep breaths. Exhale slowly to awaken your energy and to release old patterns. So we are still releasing lots of stuff. We've all had disruption within our lives, especially over the past month and a half. You could also say since COVID hit, right? We've had a lot of disruption, but there's just been seeming to be this real big buildup over the last month and a half. We had a full moon last week and we're preparing for the new moon. So we're still on some releasing of patterning to get to a place of more clarity. So then with the new moon, we can even plant more seeds. What does that say? Can't read it. Your camera is backwards. Camera is backwards? How the heck does that happen? How does my camera go backwards? That is so weird. Anyways, if anyone else is experiencing that same thing, please let me know. Maybe something's up with my phone. To me, it looks normal. So yeah, I would love feedback from more people if something is up with my camera. So let's take a deep breath. And if you have any constriction in any areas of your body, well, you know what? Let's just start with that. Let's start with tuning into your body. And if you feel any tightness in any areas of your body. So I'm feeling some constriction in the 3rd chakra right now. So that's your solar plexus. It's located below your ribs and above your belly button. It's the center of your confidence, your courage, your willpower. It is that strength to move forward, to have that confidence, to do what is right for you. And so I'm feeling some congestion, and I feel like it's associated with shit from the past, times where you trusted yourself, you went forward, it felt so right, and then the shit hit the fan. It didn't go the way it was supposed to. It was a mess up in some way. So I want you to know you're a very different person now than you were then. And things are unfolding in a new way. And they are showing me right now some butterflies, which represents a beautiful transformation. And they're showing me butterflies on our backs, like the wings of a butterfly on our backs unfurling. And it is, yeah, it's a beautiful image. I keep getting images that are kind of similar with that butterfly and with that unfurling type of imagery. Hello there, environmental bat is in the house. Hey, how are you, environmental bat? So we are going through a really big transformation, and it's time for us to keep on releasing those patterns. So when those thoughts come up about how things have worked out in the past, and I'd like to storytell because you might be able to relate to it on some way yourself. So I'm an entrepreneur, and as of this past January, I officially got my business license for this new business, the Joyful Yogini. And but 14, no, more than 14 years ago, holy crap. 17 years ago, I had started a business. At that point, it was called Reality on the Road, and then it had changed to the name Lighten Up. And I had started that business for the specific reason to be home with my kids. And at first, it went really well. Like it kept building and it was feeling really good. And then the pressure started to settle in, the pressure of being torn between, you're fine. Okay, good. I'm glad. Being torn between being a mom and being an entrepreneur and making my business work. And then I got pressure from my husband and, do you have any bookings for next month, and how are you going to get bookings? Like we need money. And so like that fear, feeling that fear and then taking it on as my own. And it really created sludge. Oh, turn into super saiyan. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that means. Yeah. So you know what? I made it work for about 14 years. I made it work. It never felt like it was fully flourishing though. Oh, I lost the Reddit network. It just ended. Let's try that again. Just 1 second. I'm just gonna get this going. Weekly reading. Oh, I keep doing this. I have it on the wrong community. The way they change things, it doesn't make me automatically think of uploading it to choosing the community. So we'll just get that started again. All right, so this is take two. The stream ended, and I have a feeling I didn't put it on the right community because I forget to do that. Okay, so we were talking about the first card and the importance of looking at the past and knowing that the present is different. So things can turn out differently. So, as I was giving the example of running my own business before, and I made it work for about 14 years, but it was a whole lot of pressure, and I never successful. But success can also be whatever your definition of a success, and I never achieved what my definition of success was. But I also was very hard on myself too. So the fact that I made it and we survived and I was able to be home with my kids, that really is a success. But it got to the point where my husband was like, get a job, get a full-time job, because he really did not enjoy the pressure. And then by that point, and I fought it for such a long time. And then I ended up getting some part-time jobs. I worked at a paint store for a little while. But then stuff happened with daycare and I couldn't do it anymore because I still needed to be home with my youngest one. And then I worked at a pool for a while, teaching aquafit classes and swimming lessons and lifeguarding. And I'm like, what the fuck am I doing at this age? I'm working at a freaking pool. It was hard for me to embrace that. Yet some people choose to do that at whatever age, right? I did it when I was 15, 16, 17, up to deep into my 20s. didn't want to continue to do that. So it felt like a failure, you know? It was just my own perceptions. And then I ended up getting a full-time job, right? And I had to go that through that process. So now that I'm doing my own business again, and I'm just in the beginning stages of growing it, and CERB, so government support has ended. And now we're in the same place of you need to fucking bring in money. Like the pressure is there again. And I'm like, oh fuck, here we go again, right? But I've needed to tell myself that we're not in the same place now. I'm not the same person. I've grown so much. And um but yeah, bringing in some extra money on the side on top of growing my own business will create more ease and flow. So I actually just got a job at a local restaurant and I'm going to waitress and, evenings and stuff like that. So it actually feels good though this time. It feels fun. It feels like it's going to be part of my socializing and it feels like a bit of a relief, you know? So we're going to see how this flows, but I'm really grateful that I'm in a new place with it. I'm embracing where I'm at. So can you relate this to any area of your life? Are you looking at the past and thinking, holy crap, is this shit going to go down again? And if not, that's great. That's fabulous. Then maybe this card wasn't necessarily meant for you. And maybe you just need to breathe, right? You need to just take the message from this card as breathing and grounding and being in the present and just knowing that everything is going to flow as it should, providing we're in a place of trust. I was talking briefly to a friend on the weekend who is really concerned about what's happening with one of their older children. And you know we can't, like, being in that place of stress and fear and anxiety, it doesn't help anything. It really doesn't. It just brings in the density, the congestion within your body, within your energy centers, and it doesn't allow you to flow. So even what's going on in other people's lives too, it's about trying to embrace what is and trust however things are going to roll out. It is in all divine order. It's going to be for the highest and greatest good. And even if it doesn't roll out the way you want it to, which it might, but if it doesn't roll out the way you want it to, trust that the way it's rolling out is meant to be. Maybe we have something to learn from that, or maybe something even freaking better is going to evolve from it. So this week, try to be in that place of surrender. And so to be in that place of surrender, use your breath to release constriction. It sounds simple, but it really is, because it's also watching the thought patterns. So we can breathe into the constriction. I'm feeling it in that solar plexus. We can breathe into that. Breathe out and release the constriction. If you want, you can breathe out through your mouth to get a full on release there. Okay. So breathe in, maybe release with a sigh even. So think about that breath anytime constriction comes in. So that is card number one. My glasses are all fogged up from my wet hair. Organic disc. Do I have an online child I was unaware of? How the heck did that happen? But, anyways, welcome. I'm glad you're here. All right. Remember who you are, Archangel Michael. Archangel Michael is a beautiful warrior. He's a warrior, he's a protector. But the message that Archangel Michael has with this card is you are powerful. You are loving and a created child of God. You are very loved. And I think that's a beautiful message, because if we get into that place of fear of, fuck, things aren't going to go my way again, then yeah, things aren't going to go your way again, because that's the energy you're bringing in. But if you can get into that place of, I am loved, I am protected, I have like a kick-ass team of angels and guides or whatever you want to call it, source energy, people who have passed on that got your back, you know, you have this awesome team that wants you to be successful, and you can ask them for help, you can ask them for guidance, and they will show you the signs in very unique ways that you will get and understand, and then things will flow your way, and it can help you to be in that place of trust, because being in that place of trust and knowing that people got your back can help you to be in the right energy. In order to manifest greatness in your life, you need to be in the frequency of greatness, right? The frequency, it's like, oh, I love how Abraham Hicks, if you ever heard of Abraham Hicks, I love the way they describe this. It's like, if you want to listen to a radio station, our local radio station here is 105.5 Hits FM. And I'm saying that with some proudness because I have a couple of commercials on it right now because of my yoga classes and the readings that I do. So that's kind of cool. Anyway, okay, so let's say you want to listen to 105.5 Hits FM. Then you need to tune the dial to 105.5 Hits FM, because if you have it tuned at 99.9, that's what you're getting as opposed to the 105.5. So, in order to get yourself to the right frequency, we need to be in that place of joy and gratitude and trust, right? We need to be in that place of positivity, high vibe energy that will bring in more high vibe energy. It can't be in that place of constriction and worry and fear and what's going to happen. All right. So let's go to the next card. The next card is passion. The next card is passion. I'm just going to do something here. All right. So, Archangel Haniel, trust and follow your renewed passion in your love life and career. Let me just get out of that. All right. So, that like big shifts have been happening within relationships, within career, and within financial stuff. So, if you have been moving forward, like if you had disruption in one or more of those areas, and you've been moving forward and taking some changes, making some changes, that's brilliant, because that is energizing that passion that's coming up from the root. You've been grounding down that energy by taking action in some sort of way. Okay. And by the way, whoever's watching, I love it when it is interactive. So you can feel free to ask some questions, and if I have some time at the end, I'll pull some additional cards, but my time is a little bit shorter today. Okay. So, and if you haven't been taking action, but you have been contemplating taking action in some way, some different way, uh, this is your confirmation that, yeah, you are on the right track. So make decisions from your heart, start moving forward from your heart. That also feels great in your joy center. So that's between your hips. That is your sacral chakra, the center of your joy, your creativity, your fertility, your abundance, and your sexuality, located right between the hips. Just like when you do yoga, if you do like dragon or lizard pose, you're bringing that right leg or that left leg all the way to the side of the mat and leaning into it and really opening up that hip, or going down into pigeon or swan pose. And if you don't know what the heck these poses are, it's okay. They're hip opening poses. And so that helps to open up that second chakra for you to radiate that joy, that creativity, that fertility, that abundance. It will help you to be able to spread your joy and connect in with that joy. And so move forward from your heart in a way that feels freaking fun, right? It's super important. So harness that passion this week. Connect in with what's making your heart sing and what also feels sexy for you. What feels sexy? What feels fun? What feels creative? Connect in with both of those. And just like within your relationships, we need both of those connections now. Before we might have been able to get away with just a sexual connection. If you have like really great sex and then it will make up for the arguments and things like that. But if you now we need to have the connection with the heart too. Just the sacral chakra connection within the relationship is not going to last. It might be fun for a while, but it won't last. You need to have that heart connection, and vice versa. If you have that super awesome heart connection, but you're not connected to the sacral chakra at all, there's going to be something missing. We are being driven to have more and more fulfillment. Only surround yourself with positive folks. Multiple violations. You are so correct. Awesome. Yeah, absolutely. Surround yourself with your own tribe for sure. And so that includes with relationships in all areas of your life. Relationships with your family members, with a love type of relationship, with within your career, like where you're working. If that's not cutting it for you, maybe consider making some changes. Maybe it's just going to be doing some research right now just to explore to see what you would really like. Oh, this is great. So the last card is victory. Archangel Sandalphon, your prayers have been heard and answered. Have faith. I love it. So we've all been planting seeds. Especially during this disruption that we've been having, disruption in the different areas of our lives, maybe financial, relationships, career, we've been sending out rockets of desire of what we really want. Is that, oh, thanks for the award. Thanks for the Wholesome Award, multiple violations. I'd like to know what those violations are pertaining to. Sounds very intriguing. Anyways, thank you. Thank you for the Wholesome Award. Okay. Yeah. So whatever rockets of desire you've been sending out during these disruptions, your angels and guides are wanting to say, we've got this, high five. What you've been asking for is coming. So trust in that. And, even though things might not be, you're like, wow, but I had to do this. It doesn't feel like it's going that way, but trust. Sometimes, in order to get to where you want to go to, you have to have a unique path to get there. You don't know the people that you're going to meet, the experiences that you're going to have, and the experiences that you're going to have, how it's going to light you up even more and bring you even more creativity, optimism, joy, sexiness, abundance, the individuals that you're going to meet, the opportunities that will open up. It's brilliant. So, you know, time is very interesting when you think about time in the spirit world, because time on their end isn't really important. And so, but for us, we're like, okay, is it going to happen in a week? 2 weeks? Okay, before the new year, please. But if you were to know that you could have all that you desired and you just need to be patient, because eventually it's going to come, and it's going to come in its own divine timing. If you truly believe that, wouldn't you be able to relax into the flow a little bit more? So anytime you can get yourself back into that thought process of trust is coming. We got the freaking victory card. We just don't know how soon it's coming. But what we can do is celebrate the little things. We have little celebrations to have. I those of you, I don't know if you were here at the beginning, but I had mentioned about just getting I'm going to start working at a restaurant, this cute little family funky type of restaurant. And it happened so quickly. So like I went for lunch on Friday with my daughter. My daughter said, "Can I take you out for lunch, Mom?" And I'm like, that is awesome. I picked her up from her high school co-op, and then she wanted to take me out for lunch. And we did. And then I noticed they were hiring, and I felt this excitement. And I decided to ask. And they're like, yeah, just send an email. And I sent an email. And then the next day they said, or that night, they said, can you come in for an interview? And I'm like, sure. And then I got it. And they said, can you start tomorrow? And I said, well, tomorrow, no. So, anyways, I'm starting Thursday. So that happens so quickly. Like you never know how quickly things can happen. Now, ask me like 2 months ago, did I want to get to a place where I needed to waitress? I would have said, fuck no. I want my yoga business and doing readings and stuff for people to be like sore. So I don't have to do that, or I just want to be able to open up my retreat center, like that's where I want to be. But this is the route the universe has brought me. And it's feeling good. I'm being open to it. And it's feeling good. And there's like feelings of excitement there. So celebrate those little opportunities that open up to you and be open to what they have to offer. So this week, be in that place of trust and know that awesomeness is coming to you. Remember who you are and that you are so loved and you are protected. Connect in with your passion. Okay, connecting with your. I'm sorry, I was doing a summary, but I was only showing you the backs of the cards. Connect in with your passion. What makes your heart sing? What also feels fucking awesome too? Like what feels sexy? What feels creative? What feels playful? And breathe, breathe. Be in that place of trust. And we're continuing to release those old patterns. So when you notice your thoughts are going back to how things were and how they might be, and we need to release all that shit. We need to let it go. Do men attend your sessions too? Yeah, absolutely. I've actually done more readings with men than with women. And if you're talking about yoga, yes, as well. I do have one man in my Tuesday night yoga class. The rest are women. He's a lucky man. But my classes are in person and online. So you can also join my classes over Zoom. And together, it's been really cool because within my yoga classes, I channel in information throughout the class. Like sometimes it's just at the beginning, or at the beginning and at the end, and then sometimes messages are channeling throughout, which is cool. And it's always messages that are needed to be heard within the current energies. So it's great, and it's been getting the flow going, and some beautiful releasing of energy, and having fucking fun. I'm in a swearing mood today. For those of you who that offends you, I apologize. But for some reason, so the swear words are wanting to come out with a bit of like, yeah, this feels good. So that is the reading. I have a little bit of time. Does anyone want me to pull a card for them? And watch too. If any of you are wanting a one-on-one session with me, you want to have a channeled reading, a healing session, you can send me a DM and Chewy, stop, and we can make those arrangements. My core's on the floor. I think that is the issue because it keeps running into it. There, yeah. So if anyone wants me to pull a card for them, let me know. If you have anything going on, or you're just, hey, angels, what do I need for today? I'm just going to put my hair up. It is wet. And do a little film lacer up now. So you can let me know you can let me know how your weekend was. If you have any questions about anything, questions about yoga, about spirituality, about this week's energy, you're going through some stuff, you want to get stuff off your chest, help the energy to flow, by all means. I can be an open ear, or really eyes, since I need to read it as opposed to talk to you. All right. It's so quiet today. The energy seems quiet anyways. There's a slowness in the air. Got my alarm clock going off again. All right. So anything? Anyone? Might be a little bit delayed. I'll wait for about a minute. And if no one wants me to pull a card for them, no sweat. I will be back on Wednesday for Intuition Wednesday. And I'm not positive if I'm going to do live yoga tomorrow, because I do on Tuesdays, I've been doing live yoga on YouTube and then sometimes also on Facebook. But last Tuesday, I used it to get a lot of crap done. And it felt great to have that space to do it. So I'm not too sure if I'm going to do live because now I also have my yoga classes that you guys can join, right? Um, and then Friday night for the Feel Good Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Yankee. Okay, yes. I went to a party this weekend. Oh, that's not feeling great today. Yankee, why do you think you're not feeling great? What's going on? Is it physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, all of the above? What's going on? What is going on with your energy today? You're like, I'll pull a card for you. I want to pull an Oracle of Unicorns card. But let me know. Let me know what's going on within you. Why you're not feeling well, what it's associated with. In the meantime, I'm going to pull a card for you. So with a relationship, that can be really tough. I'm sorry you're going through that. Yeah, I get it. I totally get it. I'm going through a separation. This is very new, very, very new. So I understand how challenging it can be if you're not getting along great right now. Both. Oh, and I felt hungover. Okay. So you got the physical stuff. You're going through a cleanse. You're going through a detox right now. And I think the alcohol would have caused more disruption within your body. So you have disruption from the emotions and the energy from between the two of you, and then disruption from toxins from the alcohol. And so now you're needing to cleanse it out. So if you're drawn to it, maybe drink lots of water today, as well as if you have any lemon and you don't mind the taste of lemon, putting lemon in it. And I'm also seeing orange slices or even eating oranges can really help. So not only the vitamin C, but it is that sunshine, feel good, uplifting type of fruit, which can help shift you. Oh, my wife and I got in a fight at the party. Oh, crappy. Oh, Yankee, but I'm sorry. Yeah, that sucks. And I have to tell you, when you have like alcohol within you, it is much easier to get into disruption with people. So for now, just take care of yourself right now. I am going to pull a card for you, but take care of yourself. It's like I'm seeing a cat like lick itself. So it's like licking your wounds. And yeah, drink the water. And if you can, with the lemon, and have some oranges. Feel. I'm not too sure what feel is regarding. Sorry, it was probably to something that I said, and I'm not relating it right now. But yeah, take some time to yourself. Give you and your wife some space, and find a way to forgive yourself. Okay, so forgiving yourself will be important, and then also forgiving her. So, because you guys you're always doing the best that you can on any given day. And wherever you were at, you were both doing what you could do. So, and try to put yourself in her shoes. If you have any anger still built up, to be able to release that. I don't know if I'm feeling anger though. Your aura is amazing. You release positive energy. Thank you. Oh, you're so welcome. Wow, your aura. Do you actually see auras? Or are you feeling the aura? Are you feeling my energy? I'm just curious if you see them. That's very cool. I really need to unfocus my eyes to be able to see the aura, but I don't see the aura in colors. Maybe it would be different now. But in the past, I've always just seen the white energy surrounding someone. Okay, so let's pull you a card. Yeah, I feel like I'm feeling more so sadness from you as opposed to anger. I'm not really feeling the anger. But yeah, if you try to put yourself in their shoes to so you can find compassion for where they might have been at, and but definitely compassion for yourself, because I feel like you may have been in a little bit of a distortion with other stuff that's been going on in your life, but also with the toxins. And like otherwise, my alarm's going off again. I have to go get my daughter soon. But anyways, let's do cards. All right. So first card is trust. Trust. Leap into the unknown. Have faith and move forward. Believe you will fly. We did give each other space yesterday, and she caught me. She caught you. Caught you doing what? I'm not too sure what you mean by that, but you might not want to be specific, and that's okay. But feel free to share more if you'd like to share more. So, if you've been wanting to make a change, you've been wanting to do something, whether it's something specific about this fight or specific on a bigger scale about the relationship, my daughter's now calling me. I will go. um, you need, trust that whatever you've been thinking, whatever you've been feeling, it's right. Trust in yourself. You've been getting intuitive guidance. You listen. You've been feeling it deep in your heart, like really deep in here. And it's embarrassing. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. Could be pleasuring yourself, right? And if that's what it is, we need to have releases, right? We totally need to have releases. And if a partner doesn't understand that, like that's more conversations that need to happen because it is so natural and it is nothing against anyone else. It is not a bad thing. It is you taking care of you. And that's needed. You're a sexual being. And the next card is hope. Stay positive. The worst is behind you. Look up to the light. Look up to the light. So I love that hopefulness within that unicorn. You know, you can see it looking like, yeah, things are going to get better. Things are on the up and up. And whatever that means to you, right? You'll have your own interpretation. And it's based on what this other card was too. So the trust, it's like taking that leap of faith, trusting in the decisions that you've been wanting to make, considering and making, and being in that place of hope that the worst is behind and that things are just going to get better and more positive and more light and more airy and more sexy and more connected in through the heart. Okay. So those are the two cards. So I hope that helps. And I'm sorry though. I'm sorry what you've been going through because it can be, yeah, it can be very, very, very tough. You've got this. This was temporary, and the disruption was needed in order to be a catalyst for change. That's what I just heard, to be a catalyst for change. So hopefully we'll see you Wednesday, 12:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. So it's Toronto time for Intuition Wednesday, where you get to practice your own intuition. And definitely catch me Friday on YouTube or on Instagram for Feel Good Friday, where it is beautiful, powerful channeling and healing that comes through with a different theme every Friday. And if you're not already on my YouTube channel, it is The Joyful Yogini. You can also go to my Instagram, which is the.joyful.yogini. And in my bio is my link tree with my links to all my different social media. So that is an easy way to find me. Hey, new follower. All right, Yankee. That's awesome. Sweet. All right. So, hey, if you have any questions, feel free to DM. And if any of you are ever interested in a one-on-one session with me, we can do that. It'll be a pleasure to work with you. So, from my light to your beautiful light, namaste. And by the way, I also, you know what? Does it sound weird me saying this after Yankee? We were talking about your relationship, but it's only if you're drawn to it. I do work with couples as well. So if it's something you're interested in, either individually and then together or together, right? It's all good. So have a wonderful rest of your day. I'm going to say goodbye to YouTube first. I'll shut my stream off there. And thanks for joining me. Bye. And then because sometimes